Welcome back to our channel. Today is a beautiful and the drama in Los Angeles is heating up faster than we could ever imagine. We have some absolutely explosive casting news and mind-blowing theories to discuss today that will change the landscape of The Bold and the Beautiful forever. Grab your coffee, sit back, and let us dive right into the madness. Can you believe it? The incredible Kelly Sullivan is officially joining the cast of The Bold and the Beautiful, and she is stepping into the highly anticipated role of Darcy Dylan, the mother of our resident manipulator, Melissa Dylan. If you are a longtime soap opera fan, you already know that Kelly Sullivan is an absolute daytime television legend. We all remember her iconic, scene-stealing performances as the fierce Kate Howard and her alter ego Connie Falconeri on General Hospital. And let us not forget her heartbreaking, unforgettable run as Sage Warner on The Young and the Restless. Bringing a powerhouse actress of Sullivan's caliber to the canvas means that the writers are heavily investing in Dylan's storyline. They are not just bringing in a background character, they are bringing in a force of nature. Darcy's arrival is scheduled for later this month, and we can already feel the seismic shift it is going to cause in the Forrester and Spencer universes. To truly understand the magnitude of Darcy's arrival, we have to look at the absolute chaos her daughter has been causing in Los Angeles. Let us be real for a second. Dylan has been playing a very dangerous, highly calculated game. Ever since she arrived in town, hiding her true background and lying about being homeless, she has been desperately trying to sink her claws into the Spencer family. She took advantage of Will's devastating breakup with Electra Forrester, offering him a shoulder to cry on, which quickly escalated to them kissing and sharing a bed on the sofa. Dylan is ruthlessly opportunistic, and many fans, including myself, believe she is trying to pull off a classic Amber Moore-style trap. But here is the kicker. Dylan is playing with fire, and she has no idea that her own mother is about to crash her twisted fairy tale. So, why is Darcy Dylan rushing to Los Angeles? According to our latest timeline updates, Darcy's primary mission is to completely derail the budding romance between Dylan and Will Spencer. Now, I have to ask you guys, what mother in her right mind would actively try to stop her daughter from securing a relationship with a handsome billionaire heir like Will? It simply does not make logical sense unless there is a dark, twisted, and deeply buried secret that Darcy is desperately trying to keep hidden. Darcy is not just coming to check on her daughter, she is coming in a state of absolute panic. She wants to rip Dylan away from Will before things go any further, physically or emotionally. And that leads us to the most mind-blowing, jaw-dropping theory that is currently setting the fandom on fire. What if Will and Dylan are actually half-siblings? Yes, you heard that right. Let that sink in for a moment. We know that Will is the beloved son of Katie Logan and Dollar Bill Spencer. If Darcy is Dylan's biological mother, then the only way this forbidden DNA equation works is if Bill Spencer is Dylan's biological father. Imagine the sheer horror of this scenario. Bill has a notorious history of sleeping around and leaving a trail of broken hearts and secret children in his wake. We already saw this happen with Wyatt and Liam, who both showed up in LA as adults, only to discover that the Spencer publishing tycoon was their daddy. It is entirely plausible that decades ago, Bill had a passionate secret fling with Darcy, resulting in a pregnancy that he never knew about. If Dylan is Bill's daughter, then she and Will share the same father, making their current romantic entanglement a terrifying, incestuous nightmare. If this theory plays out, it would be a massive callback to some of the most controversial and unforgettable storylines in the history of the show. The writers absolutely love to play with the forbidden fruit of accidental. Think back to the early days when Ridge and Bridget thought they were father and daughter, only to find out they were not, which led to a highly inappropriate romance anyway. Or how about the endless, messy love triangles involving siblings, like Hope Logan constantly bouncing between half-brothers Liam and Wyatt? The show thrives on pushing the boundaries of morality and genetics. By making Will and Dylan half-siblings, the writers are honoring that classic trope while delivering a modern, sickening twist that will leave viewers screaming at their television screens. I personally think this is a genius move because it elevates Dylan from a simple gold digger to a tragic figure caught in a web of her mother's lies. Now, let us talk about Dollar Bill Spencer's reaction to this potential bombshell, because this is where the drama gets incredibly juicy. Right now, Bill has been actively encouraging Will to move on from Elektra. He even unknowingly cheered on the idea of Will dating Dylan, whom Wyatt mistakenly knows as Nancy. Bill just wants his son to be happy and away from the Forrester drama. But imagine the absolute soul-crushing devastation when Bill realizes he was inadvertently pushing his own son into the arms of his secret daughter. Bill is a man who prides himself on control and protecting his family. Finding out that his past reckless behavior almost resulted in his children committing the ultimate taboo will break him. We might see a completely different, vulnerable side of the ruthless billionaire as he tries to process the guilt and the sheer magnitude of the disaster he unknowingly helped create. And we absolutely cannot ignore Katie Logan in all of this. Katie has been highly suspicious of Dylan from day one. Her maternal instincts have been screaming that this girl is bad news, and she has been launching her own private investigation into Dylan's past. If Katie discovers that Dylan is not just a manipulative grifter, but actually the product of Bill's past infidelity or secret affairs, her rage will be apocalyptic. Katie will feel vindicated that she was right to hate Dylan, but she will also be profoundly disgusted by Bill. This revelation could permanently sever any lingering bond between Katie and Bill. Furthermore, Katie is fiercely protective of Will. Knowing that her son was manipulated, kissed, and almost slept with his own half-sister will turn Katie into a mama bear on a warpath. She will stop at nothing to eradicate Dylan and Darcy from Los Angeles forever. For Dylan, this revelation will be the ultimate psychological destruction. We have to look deep into her character's motivations. She has been desperate to belong, desperate for wealth, and desperate for Will's love. There are even strong rumors that Dylan might try to fake a pregnancy to trap Will, mirroring the legendary Amber Moore storyline. But what happens when the girl who is willing to fake a pregnancy with a billionaire heir suddenly finds out that the man she is trying to trap is her own flesh and blood? The psychological devastation will be immense. Dylan will go from being a calculated villain to a horrified, broken woman. All her scheming, all her lies, and all her manipulation will blow up in her face in the most traumatic way possible. I honestly do not know how a character comes back from that kind of trauma, but with an actress like Kelly Sullivan playing her mother, we are guaranteed some Emmy-worthy confrontation scenes between Darcy and Dylan. Finally, we have to discuss the catastrophic impact this will have on Will Spencer. Will is already emotionally fragile from his brutal breakup with Elektra, and we know that a horrific tragedy is looming over him. Rumors are swirling that R.J. Forrester's reckless behavior will lead to a devastating motorcycle crash, leaving Will fighting for his life in a coma. If Will learns the sickening truth about his genetic connection to Dylan right before or right after this horrific accident, his spirit will be completely shattered. He will feel violated, betrayed by Dylan, and disgusted by his own actions, even if he did not know the truth. This immense psychological trauma could be the catalyst that either pushes him back into Elektra's arms once he recovers, or sends him spiraling into a dark depression. The stakes have never been higher for the Spencer family, and Darcy's arrival is the match that will light the powder keg. So, what do you guys think? Is Darcy Dylan coming to Los Angeles to drop the ultimate DNA bombshell? Are Will and Dylan actually half-siblings sharing the same billionaire father? I want to hear all your theories and predictions in the comments section below. Do you think Dylan will try to hide the truth if she finds out, or will the guilt consume her? Let us get a massive debate going. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss an update on the crazy, unpredictable world of the bold and the beautiful. See you next time.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.